Today I want to take a look at the PowerShell commandlet get-computer-info. This will tell us about the local system, the operating system properties, and has a number of different values that come back. It's kind of simple with the syntax, and we only have two examples in documentation. Switching over to our ISE environment, we'll do $host. We are looking at ISE 5.1. And we'll go ahead and execute get-computer-info with no parameters. And it takes a second, and it's kind of brief, but you can actually see it processing a bar up here where it says loading processor information, loading some other types of information, and comes back with a lot of different details, really. And just for the sake of demo, if we were to take that and put it into a variable, and then echo back the count, just how many properties are we able to detect? Had network, processor, hardware, number of different values, c.count, wow, there's a lot here. C get member, do a count of get member. 187, that's a lot. $C to out grid view, we'll bring it in kind of a horizontal format where we're scrolling through all the properties horizontally. $C, pipe it to info.text. We can go ahead and launch that. That may give us a little different representation of everything. And then we can say notepad, info text. Come in and look at the data in a different display. Here we have 194 lines. So yeah, I mean, nearly 200 properties. There's a lot going on here. And it tells you about all kinds of different things. The version of the OS, the Windows Edition. This is Windows Professional. We have 22H2 for OS display version. That's what you're going to get if you do start run and type in WINVER. So this is a start run WINVER Windows version. And right in there, 22H2, that matches up with this guy here. Tells you about BIOS, languages, hardware, all kinds of different things. It's fantastic. There's a lot of detail here. And, things that may be helpful with troubleshooting and supporting the local machine. So a lot of different values, a lot of different properties. They have, hardware, drivers, network, hypervisor support. We got a few different things down here with Hyper-V. Most of it's around the Windows OS, a number of users, processes that are running, different things about if it's workstation, server, if it's pending upgrades, different things with time zones. Yeah, bringing time zone language, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of data that may be helpful in more of a enterprise environment where you're supporting a high number of workstations, different types of hardware. And example 2 from the documentation is get computer info with property star version, essentially putting a wildcard prefix of the asterisk star before the word version. Come back with the return set. We have a table, all the different values, and we're just talking about 22H2 for the WinVer. That's totally normal and something that people talk about a lot, so it helps us with patch levels. And then you have some other like BIOS versions coming through here in the center, major and minor on the system, OS version 22621, and different things that help us with support and consistency. That if we're supporting a large environment, high number of different devices and workstations, we may want this information for troubleshooting. So get-computer-info, simple command, helpful though, and it may even tell you a few things you didn't know about your system. For example, you're looking at the BIOS dates, right? This is a BIOS release date on this system from February of 22. Well, that's been a few months. Maybe there's a newer release. Maybe you want to go check and see if there's a newer download. So definitely gives you a little more detail about your system beyond just the fact that you're running Windows Professional, but breaking that down into a finer granularity of some of the details of the local operating system. Thanks for watching.